First, the introduction. Cancel culture is a social media trait where people criticize others for offensive behavior. This study explores its effect on justice and responsibility. Second is problem statement. The issue is whether cancel culture supports justice or leads to unfair public shaming. Third is objectives of the study. The study examines the link between cancel culture and moral accountability. Fourth, methodology of the study. This research uses a quality method with co-study, media report, and academic article.
According to the study, cancel culture has a good side and bad side. It lets more people know about social unfair things, help a weak group speak up and get fair treatment. They make people pay more attention to the social morality. But it may make people be wrongly criticized by the public without a clear rules and fair dealing step. So those who make mistakes hardly have a chance to apologize and change for better. It easily causes the improper punishment. So more research should study in the long-term influence, find ways to balance online justice and fairness, then work out suitable rules for online public supervision. So next we will introduce the specific research on cancel culture in detail.
Hello everyone, first I will present chapter 1 of our study on cancel culture and moral accountability. With the growth of social media, cancel culture has become increasingly common. People now use online platforms to criticize or boycott individuals and organizations. Although cancel culture is sometimes seen as a form of social justice, emotional online reactions may also harm a person's reputation and mental health. In addition, cancel culture raises concerns about unfair judgment, lack of legal regulation, and freedom of speech online. Therefore, this study examines whether cancel culture promotes accountability or creates new ethical issues in society.
This study explores the relationship between cancel culture and moral accountability in today's digital society. Our research focuses on several key questions, including how cancel culture influences public reactions, freedom of speech, and social behavior online. The main objective of study is to understand both the positive and negative effects of cancel culture, especially the role of social media in shaping public options and moral responsibility. To conduct their research, we use the qualitative method by collecting information from journals, articles, online sources, and real-life examples related to cancel culture.
Hello everyone, this part I'll briefly introduce the limitations, significance, and definitions of our study on cancel culture. First, regarding limitations, our research mainly focuses on social media platforms like TikTok. Since we use a qualitative method with a small sample size, the findings might not apply to all offline communities, especially because online trends change very fast. Second, the significance of this study is that it helps different groups. It provides medium researchers with a deeper understanding of digital ethics. Then we have clear operational definitions for key terms like cancel culture and moral accountability to ensure clarify throughout our report.
Next, let's talk about cancel culture as a moral duty. Basically, people will criticize and stay away from those who do wrong things. It gives ordinary people a chance to speak up and keep communities behaving well, but it can easily turn into unfair joking and too much blame. Social media makes public comments spread fast, yet it may cause online failing. Something it helps keep good social values, while another say it isn't fair enough. In short, public separation is good, but extreme action will make people afraid to share their own idea.
Let's begin chapter 3 with a key question. Is cancel culture unjust? Many people see cancel culture as a way to enforce moral responsibility, but as we will see, it often becomes unfair punishment. Why? Because it lacks clear rules, has no fair process, and creates consequences that are way too harsh. Before we dive deeper, let's talk about what fair punishment actually means. It should be proportional, transparent, based on due process, and guided by reason, not emotion. Cancel culture, on the other hand, often fails all these tests. It becomes unjust when punishments are too harsh. People cannot defend themselves. Judgments are emotional, and basic fairness is ignored. Let's break down the 4 key problems with cancel culture. First, disproportionality. Minor mistakes can lead to life-changing consequences, losing your job, permanent damage to your reputation, or even social isolation. Second, lack of due process. People are often judged online without full evidence, a chance to explain, or a fair hearing. Third, mob mentality. Online outrage and group passion and group pressure create emotional punishment, turning into mob justice instead of true fairness. Finally, permanent condemnation. Cancel culture often ignores apologies, personal growth, or changes in behavior. Once you are cancelled, it is rarely a second chance.
Hello everyone, today I will present Chapter 4, which discusses the social and philosophical implications of the cancel cultures in digital society. First, cancel cultures affect freedom of expression. Many people are afraid to share the controversies or unpopular opinions because they fear criticism, public backlash, or online attack. Because of this fear, some individuals avoid discussion, scientific topic, and choose to stay silent. According to the joint submill, free speech and open discussions are important because society can learn and discover truth through different opinions. However, when people fear being cancelled, open discussions may become limited. Cancel culture also created self-censorship and social pressure. Many people carefully control what they say or do online to avoid negative reaction. Social media users are often judged by the others, and this pressure may influence how people communicate and behave. Next, cancel culture is related to power, tools, and social norms. On the one hand, social media allows people to speak against unfair or unethical behaviors. It helps raise awareness and encourages accountability in society. On the other hand, online judgment is not always fair or accurate. Information can spread very quickly, and public opinions may be influenced by the emotions or the viral trends before all facts are confirmed. This idea can be connected to the Michael Frankl, who believes that societies influenced behavior through observations and social pressure. In conclusion, cancel culture has both positive and negative effects. It can promote accountability and social awareness, but it may also create fear, pressures, and fear judgment. Therefore, societies should balance the accountability with the fairness and understanding. So that's all my part. Thank you.
This session presents 4 suggestions related to cancel culture. First, social media users should behave responsibly by checking facts before commenting online. Second, accountability should be fair and people should be given second chance to improve themselves. Third, schools should strengthen digital ethics education to teach respectful online communication. Lastly, social media platforms should improve content moderation to reduce harmful content and cyberbullying.
Finally, let's wrap up. This kind of social supervision is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it has great value. It gives ordinary people a voice and helps hold officials and corporations accountable for their actions. On the other hand, the risks are significant. Without clear rules, it can easily turn into online violence. It created huge social pressure, making people afraid to speak out. Therefore, our conclusion is we must find a balance between public accountability and fairness.